Do you ever find yourself saying, "I'm sorry," without really needing to? Maybe it slips out when you ask someone to repeat something, or when you take a moment longer to do something, or perhaps when you simply need a moment to rest. It's almost a reflex. Isn't it like a little verbal tick that pops up whenever we feel we might be slightly inconveniencing someone, or not quite measuring up to some unspoken standard? But think about that for a second. Why are we apologizing for simply existing? For taking up space? For moving at our own pace? For having needs? There's a painful reality here. A quiet burden many carry. The feeling that maybe, just maybe, we're somehow less valid, less useful, or less deserving of ease as the years add up. It's like we've internalized the idea that growing older means we need to apologize for not being as fast, as sharp, or as readily available as we once were, or as others expect us to be. But what if I told you there's a quiet secret to unlocking a deeper sense of peace and confidence in this wonderful chapter of your life? It involves letting go of that unnecessary weight. In this video, we're going to explore 7 things you absolutely should stop apologizing for, starting today. Things that are perfectly normal, perfectly valid, and frankly, things you've more than earned the right to do without a hint of guilt. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you about the power of letting go of these apologies. Let's dive right into the first thing that many of us apologize for, often without even thinking about it, taking our time. This shows up in so many little ways, doesn't it? Maybe you're walking with someone, and you find yourself automatically saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm a bit slow today," as they naturally pick up the pace. Or perhaps you're trying to remember a name, or a date, or find the right word, and you preface it with, "Apologies. My memory isn't what it used to be." Even something as simple as getting up from a chair or navigating stairs can sometimes prompt a quiet, "Excuse me, taking my time." Why do we do this? It's likely because the world often moves at a faster pace, and we feel we're holding things up. We compare ourselves to younger versions of ourselves, or to the seemingly effortless speed of others. We might worry about being seen as a burden or inefficient. But here's the truth, and it's a truth you deserve to embrace. You have earned the right to move through life at a comfortable speed. Your body has carried you for decades. Your mind has processed countless experiences, and both deserve patience and respect, not apologies. Taking your time isn't a failing, it's a necessity. It's listening to your body, allowing your mind the space it needs to access information, and choosing comfort and safety over rushing. Think about it. Rushing can lead to mistakes, falls, or simply unnecessary stress. Moving deliberately allows you to be present, to observe, and to conserve your energy for the things that truly matter. When you apologize for taking your time, you're apologizing for being wise, for being safe, for respecting your own physical and mental capacity. Instead of, "Sorry, I'm slow," how about simply moving at your pace if someone is with you? They will adjust. Or you can meet them there. If it's a mental process, allow yourself the pause. The information will come. You wouldn't apologize for needing to eat or sleep, would you? These are fundamental needs. Moving and processing at a comfortable pace is also a fundamental need as our bodies and minds evolve. Embrace your rhythm. It's not a delay. It's just your timing. You are not less valuable because you take an extra moment. You are valuable because you are you. And your time, however it is spent or however long it takes, is your own. Let that apology go, building on the idea of respecting our own pace and needs. Another area where many older adults feel compelled to apologize is for saying no. How many times have you agreed to do something, attend an event, volunteer for a task, take on a favor, when you were already feeling tired, overwhelmed, or simply weren't interested? And maybe, when declining just felt impossible, you found yourself offering a long, convoluted explanation, practically apologizing for your inability to say yes. There's a strong cultural expectation, especially for our generation, to be helpful, to be agreeable, to be there for others. And while generosity and connection are wonderful, saying yes to everything can completely deplete your energy, time, and peace of mind. Your time is precious. Your energy is valuable. You have absolute permission, and indeed, the right to choose how you spend it. Saying no is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation and self-respect. It allows you to say yes more fully to the things that genuinely bring you joy, rest, or fulfillment. Think about the guilt that washes over you when you feel obligated to do something you really don't want to do or can't manage. That feeling is a heavy burden. Saying a clear, kind no can lift that weight instantly. You don't need elaborate excuses. A simple, "That sounds lovely, but I won't be able to make it," or "Thank you for thinking of me, but I need to decline," or "I appreciate you asking, but that doesn't work for me right now," is perfectly sufficient. You don't owe anyone an apology for managing your own life and prioritizing your well-being. Saying no to an invitation isn't rejecting the person. It's simply declining that particular activity at that particular time. Saying no to a task isn't saying you're not capable. It's saying your plate is full, or that task isn't the right fit for you at the moment. It's setting healthy boundaries, something that becomes even more important as we want to savor our time and energy. You've spent decades perhaps putting others first, meeting obligations, fulfilling responsibilities. Now, it's your turn to curate your life with intention. Stop apologizing for guarding your peace and your time by saying no. It's a powerful affirmation of your own value. And that brings me to something else. I often see people apologizing for expressing their needs, whether it's needing a specific cushion for comfort, asking for the music to be turned down slightly, mentioning a dietary restriction, needing a nap, or requesting help with something that's become physically difficult. There can be a tendency to preface these requests with an apology. "Sorry to be a bother, but could you help me with this?" Or, "Forgive me for asking, but would you mind grabbing that for me?" Why do we feel like our needs are an inconvenience? Perhaps it stems from a lifetime of trying to be self-sufficient, or not wanting to seem demanding, or worrying about being perceived as frail or difficult. But everyone, at every age, has needs. Children need care. Young adults need guidance. Working adults need support. And yes, older adults have needs that might change over time. There is absolutely no shame in acknowledging and expressing what you need to be comfortable, healthy, and functional. Your needs are valid. Period. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. It means you understand your limitations and are wise enough to seek support when necessary, ensuring your safety and enabling you to continue doing the things you can and want to do. It's a way of staying independent. Paradoxically, by accepting interdependence, when you ask for help, you're not burdening someone. You're allowing someone who cares about you the opportunity to contribute to your well-being. Most people want to help those they care about. By apologizing for your needs, you diminish them. You imply that they are unreasonable or burdensome, which they are not. Clearly stating your needs, whether it's, "I need to sit down for a moment. Could you speak up a little, please?" or "Would you mind helping me carry this?" is direct, respectful, and far more effective than apologizing for them. It empowers you and makes it easier for others to understand and respond. You have spent a lifetime caring for others, fulfilling responsibilities, and often putting your own needs second. Now, it is crucial for your continued health, happiness, and independence to voice what you need without apology. Your well-being is paramount, and expressing your needs is a vital part of maintaining it. Continuing on this journey of shedding unnecessary apologies, let's talk about something that comes with the richness of experience, your opinions and perspectives. You've lived a long and full life, witnessing changes, navigating challenges, and accumulating a wealth of knowledge and insight. Naturally, you've formed opinions, developed perspectives, and hold beliefs that are shaped by your unique history. Sometimes, especially in conversations with younger generations or in rapidly changing environments, you might find yourself offering a viewpoint that differs, and perhaps you catch yourself saying, "Well, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I think," or, "Sorry if this sounds out of touch, but..." You are apologizing for the wisdom and perspective that only years of living can provide your opinions, even if they differ from the prevailing view, are valuable. They are rooted in experience, resilience, and a different era of understanding the world. There is inherent worth in a diversity of viewpoints, and yours is a vital thread in the tapestry of understanding. You have the absolute right to express your thoughts and feelings, respectfully, without feeling the need to apologize for them simply because they come from a different generation or a different set of experiences. Engaging in respectful dialogue where different ideas are shared is how we learn and grow. Your perspective isn't a relic to be apologized for. It's a contribution to the conversation. Of course, this doesn't mean being intentionally confrontational or dismissive of others' views. But it does mean stating your truth, sharing your insight, and participating in discussions authentically, without feeling like your viewpoint is inherently less valid or requires an apology. Your experiences have given you a unique lens through which to view the world, and that lens is a gift, not something to be hidden or excused. Stop apologizing for having opinions and perspectives born of a lifetime of living. Another area where apologies sneak in relates closely to saying no and expressing needs. It's apologizing for not being available 24/7. In today's hyper-connected world, there's an unspoken pressure to be constantly reachable, instantly responsive, and always ready to engage. Whether it's family expecting immediate replies to texts, friends dropping by without calling, or organizations assuming your free time is limitless for volunteering. The demands on your availability can feel constant, and if you don't jump immediately, or if you need downtime, or if you simply aren't near your phone, you might feel a pull to apologize later. "Sorry I didn't get back to you right away," or "Apologies, I wasn't near my phone," or "Sorry, I was resting." Let's be clear, your time is your own. You are not obligated to be constantly available to anyone, for any reason. Setting boundaries around your time and energy is not only acceptable, it is crucial for your mental and physical health. You have earned the right to disconnect, to rest, to pursue your hobbies, or simply to do nothing at all without needing to explain or apologize for it. Your peace and quiet are valuable commodities. You are not an on-call service for the rest of the world. Communicate your availability clearly when necessary. "I check my messages in the afternoon. I'm usually free on Tuesdays." But you don't need to apologize for not being instantly responsive or constantly engaged. It's perfectly fine to let a call go to voicemail, to reply to a text when you have the energy and time, or to simply be unavailable because you are enjoying a quiet moment, reading a book, or spending time on something you love. Your time is a gift you give yourself, and you never need to apologize for receiving that gift. Stop apologizing for having boundaries and for prioritizing your own time and space. And then there's something beautiful that comes with age, a treasury of stories and memories. You have witnessed history, experienced profound changes, lived through different eras, and collected countless personal anecdotes. Sharing these stories is a way of connecting, of passing on wisdom, of keeping history alive, and of simply sharing who you are. Yet, how often does this happen? You start sharing a memory, perhaps a story from your childhood, your working years, or raising a family, and you pause, maybe saying, "Sorry, I'm rambling," or "Forgive me, I'm going on a bit," or "Hope I'm not boring you with my old stories." You are apologizing for sharing the very fabric of your life. Your stories are not boring. They are fascinating windows into a life lived. They are full of lessons, humor, history, and heart. They connect you to others and allow others to understand the world through your eyes. People who care about you want to hear about your life. Your experiences are valid and interesting simply because they are yours. Don't let the fear of rambling or being perceived as dwelling in the past silence you. Frame it differently. You are sharing a piece of history, a personal reflection, a connection to a different time. Your memories and stories are a legacy, a gift you offer to those around you. They help younger generations understand where they came from and the world that shaped them. They also reinforce your identity and life journey. Stop apologizing for sharing your stories and memories. They are valuable, interesting, and a cherished part of who you are. Share them with confidence and joy. Finally, let's address something very practical that often elicits an automatic apology: asking someone to repeat themselves or clarify something. Whether it's due to background noise, a soft voice, quick speech, or simply needing a moment to process information. Needing something repeated is a common human experience at any age. However, many older adults find themselves saying, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "Apologies, I didn't quite catch that." Or, "Excuse me, what did you say?" Again, why the apology? Is it the fear of seeming dull of hearing, or not paying attention, or being slow to understand? But misunderstanding is far more disruptive and potentially problematic than simply asking for clarity. It is okay and perfectly necessary sometimes to ask for information to be repeated or explained in a different way to ensure you understand correctly. It shows you are engaged in the conversation and care about accurate communication. You are not apologizing for a deficiency. You are taking responsibility for clear understanding. Instead of apologizing, you can simply say, clearly and politely, "Could you please repeat that?" Or, "Could you speak up a little, please?" Or, "Just to make sure I understand. Are you saying?" These phrases are direct requests for necessary information, not apologies for a perceived failing. Good communication is a two-way street, and it's just as much the speaker's responsibility to be clear as it is the listener's to confirm understanding. You have the right to fully grasp what is being said without feeling embarrassed or apologetic for needing help to do so. Stop apologizing for asking for clarification or repetition. It is a smart and necessary part of effective communication. So, we've talked about 7 things taking your time. Saying no, expressing your needs, having your own opinions, not being available 24/7, sharing your stories, and asking for repetition or clarification. Think about the collective weight of all those small, unnecessary apologies. They are like tiny stones added to a bag you carry every day. Each one might seem insignificant on its own, but together, they become heavy, dragging you down, diminishing your presence, and eroding your confidence. When you apologize for simply taking up space, for having needs, for setting boundaries, for being you, you are subtly reinforcing the idea that you are somehow less than, that your existence or your preferences require an excuse. But that is absolutely not true. Remember that surprise I mentioned at the beginning? Here it is. The surprise isn't something I give you. The surprise is what happens within you when you truly stop apologizing for these things. The surprise is the feeling of lightness, the surge of quiet confidence, the reclaiming of your own authority over your life. It's the realization that you are perfectly okay, exactly as you are. At this moment in your life, you have navigated decades, faced challenges, loved, lost, learned, and grown. You have earned the right to be authentic, to be comfortable, to be peaceful, and to take up your rightful space in the world without feeling the need to constantly justify yourself or apologize for your existence, your pace, or your needs. Stopping these apologies isn't about becoming arrogant or dismissive. It's about cultivating self-respect and communicating with clarity and confidence. It's about honoring the person you are today, with all the wisdom, the changes, and the unique rhythm that comes with age. Imagine the freedom you gain when you no longer feel the automatic urge to apologize for needing a moment, for saying no to something you can't or don't want to do, for asking for help, for holding a different view, for valuing your quiet time, for sharing a cherished memory, or for simply needing someone to repeat themselves. That freedom is liberating. It allows you to stand taller, speak more clearly, and live more fully in the present moment. This is your time. This is the time to shed the unnecessary burdens of feeling like you constantly need to excuse yourself. You are enough. Your pace is valid. Your needs are important. Your boundaries are healthy. Your opinions matter. Your stories are treasures. Your need for clarity is smart. You deserve to live this chapter of your life with grace, confidence, and unapologetic authenticity. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Which of these resonated most with you? What is one thing you are going to make a conscious effort to stop apologizing for starting today? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be just what someone else needs to hear. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people see it and hopefully benefit from it. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel for more content aimed at living a fulfilling and confident life at every age. Remember, small shifts in how we speak to others, and more importantly, how we speak about ourselves, can have a profound impact on our well-being. Choose to live your best life, freely and authentically. At every age, you've earned it.